What's up, everybody? Tom Butwin here with another episode of Everything Mayor. This is episode 9, and we are covering the last 3 shows, the final 3 shows on the John Mayer European Solo Tour here in 2024. We're going to go through each set list, take a look at some highlights, and a couple of videos that I found on YouTube. I will credit you all who took these videos, and I keep getting tons of messages on Instagram as well as here in the comments about just video and pictures and audio that you've all captured at these shows, and I sincerely appreciate it. I'm going through all of it, and I will definitely use so much of it in these videos. But let's get to the first set list we're going to go through, which is Paris. Now, I did not realize that John Mayer had never played in Paris, France before, or France in general. After a 20-plus year career, I would have thought that his travels and tours would have taken him there. But apparently they haven't. So let's see what Paris got. Certainly seems like from the clips that I saw, just an exciting show to be at, both for him and the audience. But Slow Dancing, Shot in the Dark, Emoji of a Wave, Queen of California opens up the show. I love Emoji of a Wave, you know that. It's one of the most underrated songs I think that he has. But really no surprises there as he opens the show. Slow Dancing into Shot in the Dark. Shot in the Dark has become a really, really cool acoustic song. I like that a lot. Neon, Who Says, Althea. This says a 10-second snippet. Now, I haven't seen any snippets of this, but it seems incredibly short. I'm wondering how he worked that into Waiting on the Day. So if you know, let me know. Or if you have a link to a video, let me know as well. Vultures. As I predicted, this song has become, I'm not going to say a mainstay. It's not like an In Your Atmosphere or Edge of Desire or Free Fallin', but I think it came along here in this European tour where he realized that it works really well on the acoustic, and we're seeing it here again in Paris. Very cool. Olivia, In Your Atmosphere, as I said. Then the piano section, very cool. Kind of what we've been seeing already. But, you know, who complains about a John Mayer guitar solo over a looped piano? Not me, that's for sure. Stop This Train, Age of Worry, Wonderland, No Such Thing, shortened into Why Georgia. Nice little Room for Squares section there. Walt Grace, Edge of Desire. And we're going to take a look at Edge of Desire from this show. So let's bring that up right now from my good friend Gummy Visuals, who went to a ton of shows on this tour. But I queued it up to my favorite part of this song. Just a couple things I want to point out from this performance, which is, I don't mean this as a bad thing. It's basically the same as all the other performances that you've heard of this song, but it's really cool. He's doing some very interesting things that we'll talk about here in a second. And of course, the lighting goes just completely insane. The double neck. It's the 6-string portion of the double neck, and you're going to see him switch to the 12-string right here. But I can't interrupt this. Amazing. Right back in. So let's talk about a few things that are going on here. If you listened with headphones, and if you didn't, I suggest you go back and listen to that section with headphones. What you will notice is when he switches from the 6-string guitar over to the 12-string neck on the same guitar, a couple things happen. One, the 12-string obviously is a much fuller, washy kind of sound, which is just great for this epic section, which is normally a guitar solo, also epic. But this, if you've seen this portion in person, you know what I'm talking about. Just absolute chill-inducing portion of the show. And a big reason why this is such a cool moment in every show is because you'll notice all of a sudden it sounds like there's a bass player or an organist or something happening at the same time. And that's not the 12-string guitar. He actually has a foot controller, which looks like a keyboard. But if you've ever seen like a pipe organ, you know that they're actually playing along with their hands. They're playing with their feet as well. This is a electronic version of the foot portion of an organ. So that really low droning note that you hear changing with each one of those chords is him playing the note with his foot on this basically foot keyboard. And that's really, really cool because like I said, that you haven't heard that sort of a depth at all in the show. At all. All you've heard is the range of an acoustic guitar or a 12-string acoustic guitar or a piano. And when you add in that low register, for the first time, the subwoofers on the PA system are really working. The impact is incredible because if you go see a full band, it's kind of the opposite. You have the full band kicking, and then if he goes into an acoustic thing in the middle of that set, the dynamic shift is what's really cool because you're used to this very loud band with bass and drums, multiple guitar players, keyboards. It's the opposite here. The dynamic is that acoustic dynamic until you get to this moment in the show. And that is why it's so cool. Not to mention the lighting is incredible as well. So I know I've talked to Gummy Visuals or Silver Sky Guy on Instagram, if you follow him there, about this moment in the show. I've seen it twice myself. I know many of you have seen it. And if you put headphones on, you can have pretty much the same experience thanks to this great video as well. And it's just it's a highlight of every show. And there's a reason why it's been kind of become the thing that it's become in these shows. So cool to see that. And for a first stop in France, and no doubt he'll be back. He gave them a great show for sure. So let's move on to the next to last show, the second to last show in Scotland. This is March 27th, 27 March, if we're doing the proper date mechanics. Again, starting with Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, Shot in the Dark, Heartbreak Warfare, a great opening song in its own right. I Don't Trust Myself with Loving You, back again. Not played a ton solo acoustic, and I've gone back and forth on whether or not I like it or not, but I do think I like it. Neon, Who Says Waiting on the Day, Why Georgia, Something Like Olivia, Something's Missing, into In Your Atmosphere. Now that's cool because Something Is Missing and In Your Atmosphere are in the same tuning. And they kind of, I think one came out of the other, if I remember the story correctly, just because having the guitar tuned in that way, you probably write more than one thing on it. So it's cool to see that they're next to each other in the set. I want to say one of those was a request. Was Something's Missing a request? I'm not sure. You let me know if you were there. Piano section, the same as we usually get. Stop This Train now. One of my favorite songs finally got played. And I've been wondering this whole time if we were going to hear Only Heart. I love this song. I was actually surprised that he didn't pull this song out for the Sob Rock full band tour because I think it would have fit perfectly in that vibe with that band. It's got that 80s kind of vibe to it. Even on one of the As Is recordings that's out there from the mid 2000s, he jokes and says, "I'm going to take you all the way back to 1982 or something when I wrote this one," which obviously he didn't write it at that point, but kind of funny. Now we do have a clip of that thanks to Alberto Perotti. I hope I said that correctly. So let's take a look. We're just going to kind of watch him figure out how to navigate this song. He hasn't played since 2008. Can you help me with that math? How many years is that? I believe it's 16 years. Let's take a listen and see. Chords aren't very straightforward for this. The chorus is a key change. It's really cool. Amazing to see him work it out, the thing he wrote. Voice sounds great on this. Watch this. Got it right. Such a cool song. And now he does a little Elton John.
Like, I didn't know it at the time, but it's really this song, right? It's this song. I don't want to go on with you like that. Don't want to be another feather in your hat. That's really what the song is.
I wonder how many people caught that. Now, where does he go with this song? Does he go all the way through?
That'd be nice. But sometimes it's just fun to hang around with my friends. Mess around on
That's quite a transition, John. Interesting. But thank you for doing it. Thanks, man. I love that song. Absolutely love it. And it's so cool to see it brought back out. Again, I wish we could have seen it with the... there we go. I wish we could have seen it with the full band. Someday. I'm sure we'll see it again with the full band. So to round out this particular show, I do have one more clip of a tour debut at the second to last show, Till the Right One Comes. So let's have a listen to that. Now, this is another one that is sort of conveniently placed due to what I would think is because of the instrument. Now, that's the guitar and it is a guitar that he plays Free Fallin' on at the end of most shows. And he brought it out, well, he had it out, and then he went into Till the Right One Comes. And let's take a listen.
loses our sense of dawn. If I woke up lonely one morning, looked around and decided I would stay that way. Oh, you knock me down and call me crazy. You say I'm never gonna love someone. Give it time now and you might find maybe I'll prove you wrong when the right one comes. Won't be long till the right one comes.
So cool. And on the Sob Rock tour, always dedicated to his good friend Bob Saget. So interesting to see a 3-song encore, albeit, Till the Right One Comes as a short tune, into Free Fallin'. And that's your second to last show. Let's move over to the last show before we get to the end of this show, Everything Mayor. 29 March. And Slow Dancing, Shot in the Dark, Love on the Weekend, Last Train Home makes an appearance, which I do love that song, and on the acoustic. Paper Doll, fan request. Underrated song. Very cool. Go check that song out again. Listen to the studio recording of Paper Doll. I think Paper Doll and Who You Love, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, both underrated recordings. Listen to them with headphones and leave whatever preconceived notions you have at the door. Check them out. Again, I did that recently, and I was pleasantly surprised by both of them. I'm on Fire, 3x5. I love 3x5. Talk about a great opening song. Go listen to 3x5 on any given Thursday. The drums, the whole intro, incredible. I can tell you, I saw that tour live. 3x5 opening show in that era was awesome, and now solidly almost in the middle of the acoustic set, which is really cool. In Repair, always fun to hear that. Still Feel Like Your Man, funky, very cool. Piano section, basically the same. But again, never get sick of that guitar solo. Stop This Train, Wonderland, Age of Worry, Vultures, Walt Grace, Edge of Desire, In Your Atmosphere during the encore. So that's kind of your surprise here. I assume this is the end of the solo tour. I think it is. He's done it quite a bit, multiple legs. I think that we have probably seen the end of it. And that's fine. I'm fine with it. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think I'm ready for him to move on. We've got the Sphere shows coming up with Dead and Company. I'm very excited to see what happens with new music after that in the John Mayer world. So in the John Mayer world, we live there on Everything Mayer. That's what we do here. If you would like to support this show, I've got something new rolling, and I hesitated, but I thought, why not? Let's just give it a try. So if you want to support the show, first of all, the easiest way to do that is subscribe to this channel, like, comment. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to go a step further, yes, YouTube has sort of like a Patreon style model. And there are 2 levels of membership that I've put up on the channel. You can find them. There's a join button. You can look at it. There's a membership tab, the whole thing. There's 2 levels. Very, very inexpensive. The first level just allows you to show your support for the show, and you get access to the videos, the episodes, before they go live on my channel. So that could be a week before, it could be a day before, but you're going to get it first, and that is the entry-level membership. If you go to the next level up, which I believe I cleverly named them, the entry level, room for squares, room for all the squares, and then the second level is born and raised again. So the second level is where things get interesting, and you're going to get access to the back catalog of Mayer Mondays, as I put them there, other John Mayer content that's not released, and a whole bunch of other goodies in that level. The opportunity to propose topics for videos. We'll have a monthly live stream where you can join me and we can dig into the chat and you can ask questions. You can just bring things up that you want to talk about. You could suggest things for the show there as well. So check that out if you're so inclined. But like I said, not necessary. The show's not going anywhere. It's always going to be right here and free for you, of course. And the best way to help out is subscribing, liking, commenting, as you do with all your favorite YouTubers and podcasts and internet personalities. So if you do any of those things, I appreciate it very much. And I appreciate all of you thus far watching. As I've said in previous videos, for those of you who stick around to this point, the 17-minute mark, almost 18-minute mark, just trust me when I tell you there are exciting things coming. Trust me when I tell you there are exciting things coming. And for a John Mayer fan such as myself, and I know all of you are out there, it's going to be really cool. And I can't wait to take you on that ride together. So I just have to keep saying, I can't say anything yet, but just make sure you continue to be subscribed to this channel and watch out for what's coming. And until then, I will see you in the next one.